What if I were to tell you that most of success isn't about addition, it's about subtraction? Not adding new morning routines, not adding cold plunges and all the things that we also teach, but it's about subtracting all the things that are holding you back. So right now, man, I know you're looking at me in the eyes. There's specific vices that you know don't serve you. It could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be porn, it could be food for you. But what is the vice right now that you got to strip away that no longer serves you? My friend, you're watching this right now. I think this is probably one of the most important videos that I'll ever record because I think the world needs it. In specific, I'm sorry for the ladies out there, but this is for the men. And the title of this video is probably something about confidence. You know, how any man right now can build confidence just like me. And why do I say like me? Because I wasn't always confident. I didn't always have this self-love. I didn't always love the body that I was in. And I've realized that I've had a lot of success in all different areas of my life, whether it's business, women, money, you name it. And I've done that because I have a specific level of confidence, but I wasn't always that way. And so I think now more than ever, men are struggling. I think men's mental health is struggling. I don't think a lot of people talk about it. And I don't think society gives us a safe space or a nice area for us to talk about it because we usually just get rocks thrown at us. And so for the men out there, I know it could be hard. I know you're probably struggling, maybe off purpose, maybe you don't have confidence, maybe you're struggling in different areas of your life. And if you stay to the end of this video, I'm gonna give you some tangible things that you can do to take your life to the next level. Most importantly, just have more confidence and have more purpose as a man. Because the truth is, we need more strong men in the world. We need more men that are purpose-driven, that are serving, that are protectors, that aren't getting rocks thrown at them for being exactly who they are and being strong people. And so, why am I qualified to share this information? Why am I qualified to even teach you about confidence? Well, I'm gonna give you some context about my life. This won't be a long video, maybe 10, 15 minutes, but I'm gonna give you some context of where I was and where I am now. If you don't know me, I'll give you some context right now. My name is Nick Santonastasso. I'm a global keynote speaker. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a philanthropist. 27 years old. I turned a millionaire at 26, and I've just got a lot of knowledge that I need to give. What's the point of going through all the trauma and all the trials and all the tribulations if you're not going to turn around and help other people? And so my intention for you, my friend, the man out there, the boy out there that is watching this video, is to give you some insight into some dark places and to give you insight in how you can get out of those dark places. Because if I can do it, very simply, you can do it as well. Now, when I was 13 years old, you may have heard this story, but I'll give you some context. When I was 13 years old, I was on a school bus and there was a girl to the left of me and she was making fun of everyone. And I was like, oh man, she's going to have a field day with me. And I looked to my left and I looked this girl in her eyes and she said, Nick, I don't even have to start with you. You're already too screwed up anyway. Look at you. Now, as a 13, 14-year-old boy, what do you do in that situation? You see, when you look at the brain, based on specific experiences, we then develop beliefs about who we are and what we're capable of. So for example, maybe as a little boy, someone told you to stop asking so many questions and so your curiosity died. Or maybe you talked a lot and you love to, express yourself and someone said, shut up, you talk too much, and you stop talking, right? So based off these experiences, we develop beliefs about who we are and what we're capable of. So when this girl made fun of me on the bus, I started to develop beliefs that I was disgusting, that I'll never have a girlfriend, I'll never have a wife, I'll never go to my junior prom, I'll never go to my senior prom. And basically, I created a story and I created beliefs that having no legs, one arm was the most disgusting thing that can happen to me, and it was the biggest curse that my creator could give me. Now, without those beliefs, I don't have a very good life. Right? My self-worth is down, my confidence is down, and I spend a lot of time in suicidal ideology. I spend a lot of time thinking about, is this life worth living? Now, my friend, I know if you're watching this video and you stayed even to this point, there's probably been moments in your life where you said, I don't know if I can keep going. I don't know if I should keep going. And even if I take my life, will anyone even care? Will the birds keep chirping? Will the cars keep carring? Will the family keep familying? Will I even make a ripple effect if I leave? And before I even move on, I want to let you know that it's going to make an effect. You will destroy people around you, and your creator, whoever you believe in, gave you this gift of life, not for us to squander it. But you're going through these very hard times for a reason. Remember, in every season, there's a reason for every season. Because in every season, there's a lesson. What a blessing. And so I was going through these hard times and I basically developed the beliefs that girls don't like me, I'm disgusting, and I'll never get love. And I had very low confidence, I had very low self-esteem, and I just truly didn't love myself. Now, why is this important before we even move on? Well, I'm a firm believer that your self-worth and your confidence is the foundation to your success, my friend, because you will never make more than you think you're worth. And I'll keep reiterating that. You will never make more money than you think you're worth. You'll never get the girl if you don't think you're worth it. You'll never get the six-pack if you don't think you're worth it. And so we have to work on our confidence and our self-worth. So based off that one experience, I developed beliefs that I was disgusting and I'll never get love. And so to fast forward, this trauma kept coming back, or this negative experience and negative thought patterns kept coming back. And in one moment in particular, and I don't usually share the story, I maybe shared it a handful of times, right? But I turned 21 and we were celebrating my 21st birthday in Miami, Florida. And of course, as a bunch of men, and I'm turning 21, the whole intention of us was to celebrate that night, to probably go out to a club, meet some females, and have a good night. And that's usually the typical intention of a 20 or a 21-year-old that's celebrating. And I was with my two buddies, and we went out to Miami, and we were having a great time. We did dinner, and then we went to a club. And long story short, the buddies that I went out with all had a female companion that was attracted to them. And then at the end of the night, there was me alone, with no one interested in me, or at least that was a story that I created for myself. And all the emotions are coming up. I feel inadequate. I don't feel enough. I feel disgusting. I'm not enough. I'll never be enough. I'll never have a girlfriend. No one ever likes me. And I start to stack these thoughts. And maybe in your life, there's been a specific moment where one negative thing happened to you and you started to compound all the negatives in your life. And we go back to the high rise that we were staying at. And, you know, my boys have their girls, and here I am, I'm lonely. And I go out on the balcony, and they're in the rooms, and they're having a great time. And I go out on the balcony, and for hours, I contemplated what would happen if I jump off this balcony. What would happen if I just ended it all? Is this even worth it? Should I even be here? No one likes me, I'm disgusting. And the thoughts started stacking and stacking, and I was in this victim mode. And maybe you can reflect back to a moment in your life where you were in this victim mode and you didn't want to hear anything. You didn't want someone to try to coach you up. You didn't want any positive affirmations. You didn't want any coaching or whatever it is. And I literally, because I'm short, as you can see, I scooted the chair over to the edge of the balcony, and I climbed on the chair and I looked over to see what it would look like if I would jump. And I stayed out on that balcony for the majority of the night because I was in such this negative place. I hated myself, I hated my body, I hated my self-image, and I just thought I was worthless. And it's so crazy how we put so much power into other people's validations. We seek validation from likes, we seek validation from comments, we seek validations from women, we seek validations from men, we seek validation from our parents, which we may never get. But the reason why I share that story is because if I would have jumped that day, I never would have impacted all the lives that I've impacted. I wouldn't be here filming this video, giving you the insight on how you can take your life to the next level and you can take your confidence to the next level. So fast forward, clearly I didn't take that attempt. I believe it'd be very selfish of me because I understand that I have an assignment and I have something to do here. And my creator, although he missed a few parts, I got a purpose here and I got something to give. So what I'm going to do is over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to give you just a few things, my friend, that you can implement immediately to take your confidence and your self-worth to the next level, because you're worth it. You're worth it. There's people out there that need you. And I want to introduce you to your 2.0 self. I want to introduce you to the version of yourself that you haven't met yet. And so if you want to take your life to the next level, regardless of whether you have all your legs and all your arms or whether you look like me, I want you to jot down, if you're taking notes, that you must control your controllables. You see, the world is very uncertain. The news is uncertain. Politics is uncertain. Your industry may be uncertain. You don't know what you want to do with your life and who you want to serve. There's a lot of things that are uncertain. But as a man, you're supposed to be a leader. And what leaders do is they create certainty in uncertain times. And how you're going to create certainty in uncertain times and get your power back, take your damn power back, is you must control your controllables. So let's go through the few things that we can control. Because the truth is, most humans walking around are always focused and getting upset on all the things that we can't control. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to not give any energy to all the things that you can't control and only focus on these few controllables I'm going to give you right now. The first thing that you can control, which is massively impactful, and you're exercising it in this moment, is the content that you consume on a day-to-day basis. What are you feeding yourself? Are you doing personal development? Are you growing? Are you learning a new skill set? You see, men, progress equals happiness. When you don't feel happy, when you feel unfulfilled, when you feel stuck, when you feel like you're not doing anything, when you don't feel like a man, it's because you feel stuck or you feel like you're moving backwards. And so every single day you can control the content that you're consuming. Just start there. Start feeding yourself with podcasts. Start feeding yourself with Nick's videos. Start feeding yourself with people who you want to be like, who have the life and the results that you want, and start studying them and feeding them. There's too much negativity out there. They're going to crush you. They're going to destroy you. The news, whatever it is, ladies, they're going to destroy you. You have to consume content that's going to help you grow and help you elevate. Now, on the other thing that you can consume is you got to be very conscious of the food that you're eating. One of the very reasons why men don't feel confident and men don't feel certain is because they're overweight or they're sluggish and they don't feel like a man. Why does even a man with no legs of an arm, why am I in better shape than most men? Why? Because I know that if I can show up with my food and if I can show up with my health, it's going to translate in all areas of my life. But just for me, I'm going to feel good. Come on, man, you want to look good naked, but you also want to have an amazing relationship with yourself. And so one of the greatest ways that you can nurture yourself, because I get it, maybe you weren't taught self-love. Maybe you grew up with people who didn't know self-love. Maybe your dad didn't teach you, your mom didn't teach you. Well, let me teach you here today. One of the greatest acts of self-love is you nurturing your temple and figuring out, I'm going to put the right things in my mouth, I'm going to put the right things in my body, I'm going to put the right things in my brain, and I'm going to move my body and I'm going to start working out. I'll tell you this right now. If you just do that, I'd hold up 2 fingers, only got 1, but if you do those 2 things right now, if you start consuming better content, you start consuming better food, and you start lifting and working out and moving your body, your confidence will start to raise. We're not doing this for the ladies. We're not doing this for the men out there. We're not doing this for mom. We're not doing this for dad. We're doing this to take your damn power back, to get you back. Because men should not be walking around overweight and lazy. Just the bottom line. And if I have no legs of an arm and I'm in better shape than you, this is your wake-up call. Welcome to your breakthrough. Welcome to Earth School, right? So be very conscious of the content that you're consuming. Go drop in the comments right now, like, who are you going to listen to? Who are you going to consume? Drop in the comments, what type of food are you going to start eating? How are you going to be healthy? How are you going to get a better diet? And if you don't know the information, use your damn fingers and go Google it. We live in the greatest time in the world where you can literally Google information and you can learn. Because also you want to build your confidence. Competence breeds confidence. You want to be more confident with money? Go learn about money. You want to be more confident in the gym? Go learn about the gym. You want to be more confident with weight loss and nutrition? Go learn about nutrition. But maybe one of the reasons why you're not confident is you just don't know anything. And that's totally okay. So we start now. So start getting in the gym, start moving your body, start being active, start getting sunlight, start drinking your water, start eating healthier. But just start, bro. Just start. There's never a perfect time. The perfect time for you to get in the gym was yesterday. You already missed it. Good luck. The second best time is for you to start today. So the first thing, you can control the content you consume, and you can control the food you consume, and you can control how much you're working out. But also, one last thing that's going to crush most of you is you can consume the vices that take control of you. What if I were to tell you that most of success isn't about addition, it's about subtraction? Not adding new morning routines, not adding cold plunges and all the things that we also teach, but it's about subtracting all the things that are holding you back. So right now, man, I know you're looking at me in the eyes. There's specific vices that you know don't serve you. It could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be porn, it could be food for you. But what is the vice right now that you got to strip away that no longer serves you? Because someone who truly loves themselves doesn't poison themselves with alcohol all the time. Doesn't poison themselves with drugs and weed and porn and food and all the things that destroy them. It's just the bottom line. But I get it. We all got to start somewhere. I'm a work in progress too. I'm preaching from a place of imperfect, right? So start stripping away the vices. You want some more confidence? Start stripping away the vices. Now moving into the next thing that you can control, which will take your confidence in your self-worth to the next level. The next thing that you can control is the people that you surround yourself with on a day-to-day basis. Now this is one of the most challenging things because most of your family and friends don't understand your growth, they don't understand your vision, they don't understand where you want to be and where you're going, and you don't like that. Now, don't exit this video, go up to your mom and say, Mom, this guy with no legs of an arm on YouTube told me to cut you out of my life. Don't do that. It makes me look very, very bad. But you do what I call love them from afar. You see, your time and your energy are your 2 most valuable assets because you can never get them back. And so if you truly love yourself, you would never waste your most precious commodity on people who are tearing you down and people who are throwing stones at you and people that don't serve you and don't elevate you. So right now, my friend, there are people in your life right now that you know that you need to love from afar. You need a distance. There's just specific people that you can't have specific conversations with. This is life. Because if you really want to love yourself, you got to distance yourself from those that are toxic. Because if you hang around people that are toxic, you become toxic. You hang around people who are broke, you become broke. You hang around people who are unhealthy, it's easier to be unhealthy. You are who you surround yourself with. And so ask yourself right now, are the people that I surround myself with, are they liabilities or are they assets? I know a lot of you probably have some distancing to do, but start there. And the third and final thing that you can control is where your focus is. Now you're like, well, Nick, how do we go from lifting weights and getting sun and drinking water and learning new skill sets to focus? Well, you don't get the life that you have, you get the life that you focus on. And what does that mean? Well, as a man, if you walk around and always focus on all the things that you are and all the things that you don't have, you will always be an unconfident man. You will always be a man that feels inadequate, doesn't feel enough, and there's always a man out there that you can look to that has a better six-pack, they're taller, bigger muscles, bigger male parts than you, all of the things, right? But there's always room for you to compare and destroy where you're at currently. And so remember, comparison is the thief of joy. And so the last and final thing that you should master is your focus. Walking around as a man or a boy turning into a man and focusing on all the things that you have versus all the things that you don't have. I mean, take me for example. The only way that I can be a confident man is a man with no legs of an arm, always focusing on what he has versus what he don't have. You know how easily it would be for me to think about, I can't pick up my girl and I twirl her around. I can't do long walks and runs on the beach. I can't carry all the groceries in for her. If someone wants to fight me on the street, I can't protect my girl. Like, that doesn't make me feel like a man, so I choose to not go there. I choose to focus on what I have. I choose to focus on all the amazing things that I am and all the amazing things that I can do and all the amazing things that I can step into and I can become. But if I spend most of my life or all of my life focusing on all the things that I don't have and all my inadequacies, I will always be an insecure, unconfident man. Or in that case, a little boy who hasn't become a man yet. And so to recap this is, you want to build your confidence and self-worth, start doing the things that you say you're going to do. If you say you're going to go to the gym, get in the gym. If you say you're going to get sober, go get sober. If you're saying you're going to start consuming better food, go consume better food. Now moving to your peer group, your friend group. There's probably people that you have to distance yourself from. Do the damn thing. Love them from afar. Go monk mode, whatever you have to do. But you got to start surrounding yourself with people who are challenging you and elevating you and holding you accountable versus people who are destroying you. You want to have a terrible year? Go share your lofty goals with people who are closed-minded. And the last and final thing that you can control is your focus. You can control your focus. If I could snap my fingers, you can shift your focus that fast. And start identifying where your focus is. Because when you feel unconfident and when you feel insecure, you are focusing or creating an experience that is making you feel that way, because what you focus on, you feel, and what you feel is your life. And so are you focusing on the things that you have, or are you focusing on the things that you don't have? Are you focusing on all the evidence that you're enough, or all the evidence that you're not enough? Are you focusing on all the reasons why you're an amazing person, or are you focused on all the reasons why people shouldn't like you? Are you focused on all the reasons why girls would be lucky to have you, or are you focused on all the reasons why girls would pick someone over you? This is all an internal game. It's the only reason why a man with no legs of an arm has this crazy life, is because I was able to realize that in the matrix, in the game, it's all up here. I don't have bigger muscles than you. I'm not taller than you. I can't fight you. You will win. But when it comes to my mindset, most of you are handicapped and I'm the able-bodied one. But it starts here. The most dangerous information is the information you don't know. Start seeking the information. Start getting curious about men who you want to be like, who have the life and the results that you want. Study them. Consume great content. Get in the gym. Start nurturing yourself. But in the big leagues, I'll end with this. In the big leagues, it's a game of inches. We don't need to go make a massive shift. It's just a bunch of small steps and a small shifts that over time accumulate into the man that you want to become. And it's kind of like an election, not like the election you think of that probably wasn't real. But I'm saying in the game of life, it's like an election, and every action you take is a vote on the man you're going to become or the little boy that you're going to stay. The choice is yours. If you like this type of video, if you got a breakthrough, you got aha, drop your biggest nugget that you got, your biggest aha moment from this video I hope it was powerful for you. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, do all the things. I don't know, I'm new to YouTube, but I'll be burning it down. So put the bell, click the bell, dance the bell, ring the bell, because every single week we're dropping fire just like this one. But my friend, fellow men, fellow brothers, you're enough. Nothing's missing. And everything you want is inside. And you cannot fill a spiritual hole with external things. You cannot heal the internal world with external things. The only thing that will heal the internal is you going deep on the things that you can control, controlling your controllables, and taking your damn power back. God bless you. We'll see you in the next one.